face-offs. This is an area that every lacrosse team wants to be good in. How about a face-off win to start the season for Riley Frankel? Frankel will turn the corner. He's mainly a Fogo face-off, get-off guy, but he did have 2 goals last year, and he looked like he wanted to do some sojourning to the cage that time. Now,
that's unfortunately just a wake-up moment for Miller and the Hornets, and certainly one they wish they could have back.
Another face-off win for Riley Frankel. For Stokes Myers, senior from Nashville, Tennessee. Career game when he did, but when Rust went the other direction, it was a goal for Lynchburg. Riley Frankel 3 for 3 at the X.
How about Jake shaking off the rust here early? A beautiful
round gets it off. Boy, he had a physical cover by number 45, Charlie Crean for Gettysburg. Riley Frankel undefeated.
On the left alley, and right off the first step, Ulmer was a foot behind the offensive player, and Gettysburg able to capitalize on this short stick.
Parker Seeley with speed. That's why you want those guys on the wings on the faceoff. Parker Seeley, goal line extended, dumped a defender, and then, ooh, Parker Seeley.
My eye on here today, he could definitely be an impact player for this Lynchburg offense. 7 goals, 3 assists a season ago, but coming out of high school, he was 3-time All-Conference, 2-time All-State, the Conference Player of the Year his senior season. He is certainly a social awareness, recognizing that the defense was collapsing on the driving midfielder and just went unnoticed behind the back of all the Lynchburg.
In this opening meeting, scored 4 times against the Hornets. So Lynchburg got to feel like he was mentioned on the scouting report. Riley Frankel again.
He's still got a chance.
Let's see how Lynchburg uses it. Spinning, Hastings lost the footing. There's one perfect, 8 for 8 on the faceoffs, but the Hornets have 7 turnovers. And right now, you have to say that's one of the big separators between these two teams in a game that admittedly doesn't have much separation, 1 goal. But Lynchburg will take a little bit better care of the ball on this sloppy Saturday.
Yeah, without a doubt. And only 3 of those 7 turnovers for the Hornets have been forced by Gettysburg. But at the same time, you got to credit Lynchburg on the deck. They've done a beautiful job with ground balls. Right now, winning in that category 12-4 over the Bullets.
Bullets are finally going to get a face-off. You're right, I think Lynchburg's been gritty. They've been tough, energy and activity, all there as expected. Gettysburg's got to feel good about their effort today as well. And now the Bullets will get the first crack on offense. Liam Haley and Matt Crone, neither could get in the way of the shot. It's a 5-3 Gettysburg advantage. Lynchburg ball after the Gettysburg face-off man went a little early, I believe. Now the Hornets obviously not in dire. Down 1 or 2, you feel okay about that. Now all of a sudden you're in a 3-goal hole. Kind of changes your psyche a little bit.
Yeah, and it's been a mixture of offense and defense that have really been controlled here by Gettysburg. As once again,
with there, Lynchburg just needs to be a little bit cleaner in the pick game. Surprised we haven't seen more picks from both teams.
And I believe that was Meadows, who was just
late getting there, Joe.
And it's a good seal right there from the senior and Sam Steele, and obviously forces the player to the turf as well, but you need help coming from the weak side. That's what they like to call a coma slide, Kyle. It's coming from the opposite side of the crease, ready for that attackman that's coming over from X and trying to make that question mark move. He's got to be ready and ready to smelling blood. Miller, pardon me, his save percentage right now at 35%. With 5 saves, 9 goals allowed. Another great check right there from Gettysburg. Free and cold on the sideline can really be a difference maker.
Perfect phrasing again. It's a punch in the mouth early as the face-off guys get tangled and twisted there. Ball's going to go to Lynchburg. But yeah, it's a punch in the mouth early from Gettysburg.
In the open, how this is a brand new starting 3 on the defensive side for Lynchburg. That includes a true freshman. There are going to be some early growing pains here in the first couple of games, and you see one right there. And it feels like right now Gettysburg just has a response for everything that Lynchburg has thrown at him. After a 5-0 run, Seeley can't get there in time. I don't think Usain Bolt could get there in time.
Jackson Hearn, the goal scorer. Should be 2 for him now. As Gettysburg on top, 12-5. Multiples for Hearn, Barrel, Dunleavy, Maroney, Kessler. Gettysburg distributing the rock. Multiple goal scoring. At least judging by Jake Rust's reaction, you could tell he thought that was a pretty big goal. I mean, again, what kind of an angle did he have to score that one? This ball's still loose. Not secured by anybody yet. Rough and tumble out here between the face-off men and the wingers.
So tough for those long poles to come out alive when you got that ball right underneath you. You never have the angle. Big no flag right there. Now it comes in late. Yeah. That'll be a hold on Lynchburg.
Tate Kuster, face-off.
Before you can get to the fourth quarter.
Jack Dunleavy, 11 multi-goal games last year. He's got another one this season. Here comes another one of these intense scrambles after the face-off. No clean wins there anymore for Lynchburg as the rain continues to pour down. Hard to see from our vantage point up here in the press box at Schellenberger Field. This rain's supposed to go all weekend and then snow next weekend.
Little sea cut around the crease. Nobody's home for goal number 14 on the afternoon. Now's when you start to sound the alarm a little bit if you're Lynchburg trailing by 6 in the waning moments of the third quarter.
Clean win by Riley Frankel. Another. Fourth quarter about to crank up here on Lakeside Drive. Lynchburg will need to get busy as a comeback in the cards for the Hornets in game 1 of the 2025 season. 14-8, Gettysburg on top on the road. Kyle Haney and Joe Brennan. Goal-scoring barrage from Gettysburg has been impressive. You and I have both been impressed with their defense and the middies as well, Joe. That's where so much of the goal-scoring has started. Gettysburg has taken advantage of some Lynchburg want in the transition game. I would argue you say that's what we want on the defensive end there. They were rough and rugged. They did get out of position, Joe, but a great save. Then they get out and run. New face-off man for Lynchburg is Rocco Egan, a freshman from Hingham, Mass.
And what's so frustrating as a defensive coach is there's nothing you can do, and that's evidently tell you they're going to keep climbing. This is a team that didn't lose a whole lot of production from a year ago. Graduated 2 seniors that were key starters, but other than that, really all their impact players returned for another season for the blue and orange.
And say this is what we want in the transition game. I would argue you say that's what we want on the defensive end there. They were rough and rugged. They did get out of position, Joe, but a great save. Then they get out and run. New face-off man for Lynchburg is Rocco Egan, a freshman from Hingham, Mass.
And what's so frustrating as a defensive coach is there's nothing you can do, and that's tell you they're going to keep climbing. This is a team that didn't lose a whole lot of production from a year ago. Graduated 2 seniors that were key starters, but other than that, really all their impact players returned for another season for the blue and orange.